Hey everyone, welcome back to Bryant VRM, and welcome to my very first Christmas special here at my channel. Now, in honor of the Christmas season, I thought it'd be fun to do a review of the novelization to my personal favorite Christmas movie, Batman Returns. Now, the novelization to Batman Returns was written by Craig Shaw Gardner, who also wrote the novelization to the first Batman film that came out in 1989. Now, the story is by Daniel Waters and Sam Hamm, and it was based on a screenplay by Daniel Waters. So both the film and the novelization came out in 1992. The cast saw the return of Michael Keaton as Batman and introduced Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Christopher Walken as Max Schreck, and of course, Danny DeVito as the Penguin. So the story takes place sometime after the events of the first film, and it's Christmas time in Gotham City. Now there's been sightings of a mysterious penguin-like creature roaming about the sewer. Now we later find out that this Penguin Man is actually a crime boss who unleashes his henchmen, known as the Red Triangle Gang, during a lighting of the Tree Festival in Gotham City. Now he releases the Red Triangle Gang in an attempt to kidnap a local millionaire named Max Schreck. I guess that's one way to spread Christmas cheer. So we later find out that the Penguin actually kidnapped Max Schreck in order to blackmail him. He's blackmailing Max Schreck to help him stage an event that'll reintroduce him back into society so that way he can rediscover his roots. And as the Penguin's popularity is growing in Gotham City, we later find out that both the Penguin and Max Schreck have ulterior motives of their own. And of course, Batman is skeptical of the Penguin, and as he tries to investigate him to find out his true motives, he encounters a new mysterious foe known as Catwoman. So before I give you guys my overall thoughts on the novelization, I just want to give you a heads up that there will be spoilers in this review. But with that out of the way, let's get started. So basically, I would say that this novel is about 95% the film. Of course, there are a few small additional scenes here and there, but nothing too exciting, and there is the occasional difference with the dialogue, and there's at least one occasion where a couple of scenes are featured at a different time than they are in the film. Now, what I thought was actually a pretty interesting approach was the prologue and the first chapter were narrated by the Penguin. I thought that was kind of amusing because I got the vibe that it was a true Christmas story where there would be a narrator at the beginning to tell the story, kind of like in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, I actually read this whole book in one sitting, which took about 3 hours or so, but not because the book was fantastically gripping or anything like that. Honestly, just like the film, this book was definitely not as great as the first Batman or its novelization. It was still enjoyable, just not as enjoyable as the first one. It was just a very easy read for me, and again, mostly what I was reading was the film, so for the most part I knew what was going to happen. As for the writing, I thought Gardner did a pretty decent job of keeping the story as interesting as he possibly could. But with this again, being mostly the film, it still consists of all the cheesiness and plot holes that's even found in the film. Such as, how does the Penguin know who his parents are if he was just an infant the last time he was around them? And don't even get me started on how Selina Kyle just became Catwoman after falling out of a building and being chewed on by stray cats. But I don't blame Gardner for that. I still thought the writing was well done. It just didn't capture the same magic that the first film or its novelization did. But do I recommend that you read this novelization? Well, if you're a hardcore Batman fan, I say sure, go for it. But if you're mostly just curious on how it's different from the film, honestly, I would just recommend the film instead, because again, you would be basically getting the same things, and there's nothing too drastically different except for the Penguin's narration. But you would be missing out from all the visual effects, action scenes, and the great performances from the cast, especially the iconic performance of the Penguin by Danny DeVito. I give the novelization to Batman Returns by Craig Shaw Gardner a B-. Thank you all so very much again for everything. If you enjoyed this review, please like, comment, and share this video. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to stay updated for more of my content such as vlogs, reviews, and more. Thank you all again so much. Happy holidays. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all next time.